This boat doesn't even have engines, and it stinks. Clean it up.
So, it's cleanup time. We need to get this boat cleaned up. We need to dry it out. We have the round covers on order, so they should be here tomorrow. We want to make this boat watertight and start evaluating it. I got something that just arrived today. We will take a look at it a little later on that we can use to test the boat. But overall, let's just get it clean. All right, one thing I really want to start with is I want to get this dry. I want to lift all of those wires. I want to spray them. I want to get them not to rust out on the inside. And I actually want to see if we can get that navigation, put some power to it and just see, is it gonna pop off, is it gonna turn on, is it gonna beep, anything. It'd be very interesting to know. So let's start. All right, I just want to get a little bit of that water off, some of that nasty stuff that's on the bottom. Step into it. I'm curious to see what's under this pile of wires. I actually don't know if there is a full head setup. Is there like a tank that holds all that gray water? So let's take a look. Let's dig in. At least let's lift it up and put it over here to get it right. All right. Let's see. Let's get you guys hooked up right here. It's a lot. My hands absolutely stink. Gross. Ugh. And I don't know what the hell they stink of. Alright, let's vacuum the rest of it out. Alright guys, as you can see, I am now wearing a belt on my back because I pulled it. And so I have enlisted the help of my son, who's here from college. His name is Joe. He's gonna be helping me to power wash this boat. We're gonna try to clean it. We are also going to try to see if we can find the bring in a battery and see if we can get this Garmin navigation to make any kind of a noise. We'll vacuum it and just get it a little cleaner, maybe get some of the smells out before we start putting up the hatches, which are supposed to arrive tomorrow. I tried everything. Short of changing a different battery, trying a different battery, but this is a brand new battery. It was on the charger the last 48 hours, so I don't know what's going on. I've tried connecting this Garmin GPS map 4210. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm trying to connect it. The way I did it, it had the whole Garmin GSD 22 system in here, the whole sort of network controller. But what I did was I sort of separated all of the pieces. I took the cable that goes from Garmin Power and I connected it directly to 1T, and this yellow cable goes to the battery, and I'm assuming that that is supplying the power, but I could be completely wrong. That's what was here. I'm assuming that that's what it's for. It's got a red, it's got a black, and I believe I'm in the right power. So I'm gonna double check on that and see which one is which. Maybe I'll take the Garmin out of there without damaging it. I gotta figure out how to pop off the cover so I can get to the screws and see what we're looking at. Anyway, for now, it has been a bust. So we're gonna give it a shot one more time by taking this cover off and see what's going on. Okay, you are welcome to sort of hang out. All right. I do have a feeling that it's completely ruined, so you think it's too large? Probably is. But if we're careful, I think we can do it. There we go. Good stuff. Nothing is broken. We're getting it. Okay. Now we just got a few Phillips. Of course, this one is stripped. Probably because there's another person just like me who was using a power tool on it and not going slow enough. This has a completely different screw for sheetrock. Well, it's not. It's actually something I haven't seen, some kind of an outside screw. But ooh, did I just get lucky or what? Look at this thing. It is completely gone, but we got it. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, it was in the power. Ooh, oofta. I am assuming it was leaking. I bet if I open this thing, it's gonna be all rusted on the inside. Oh boy. Yeah. Now, I'm not really that worried about it because I was gonna put Simrads in here. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I have a Simrad on my 17-foot, and I have Seymour maps with it, and I love it. I got the Seymour maps last year, and I actually got to go get an upgrade. They've done really well in the area where I'm at. I do hear a lot of people do go to Garmin. That's the truth right there. A lot of people do go to Garmin. I have not made up my mind. I do like the slicker look of Simrads a little bit more. It's almost like the difference for me between a Chevy and an Audi as far as the interior sleekness of the buttons, and I like the Audi style a little bit better. So please don't kill me, Chevy, Ford guys, the big button guys, please don't kill me. I love you. In fact, I have a Dodge, I've had Fords many times. I'm just saying from the aesthetics point of view, I like the slick look. Might be the sort of the European in me, the modern European sort of look to it. I don't like the old style country looks to it. I am going to see if I can take this. Oh yeah, it's all cracked up. Ugh, it's really bad. My God. I'm assuming somebody just put it here because they just wanted to show that it comes with something, because they were gonna have a hard time selling it, which is fine. I don't mind. I mean, it would have been nice, but I don't mind. We'll see. I don't even know. Who can tell me? Garmin 4210. How old is it? Is it a very old unit? Can we reach out to Garmin and say, hey, this thing has mysterious holes in it. Any chance you can replace it? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? By the way, if you guys notice that I'm constantly squinting, it's not because I'm trying to wink at you, okay? It's because, first of all, it's hot. It's hot as hell. So, and you get hot doing stuff. But it's also bright. This is Florida. This is one of the hottest months in Florida. So hopefully, once we get past and get into sort of October, I'll actually be able to open my eyes outside. I thought about working in sunglasses, but ultimately you can't see anything, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, I just noticed something that I did not realize early. So when we look inside the bait well, you see all that dark soot on the side? And I think in one of the first videos I mentioned that the drain looked a little burned. And then yesterday I was just looking here and I touched this, and this is definitely burned a little. You can see that all of this is burned. I'm just realizing that. You can see that the hoses have been burned. I didn't even see that because I was sort of overwhelmed with getting the boat, trying to look at it. But you can see even sort of the back wall, it's all pretty burned. Now, I don't actually think it's absolutely horrible. Now, I don't necessarily know if fire would ruin the fiberglass, but here's the other thing. If you look down at the bottom, it doesn't look like there was fire down there. It only looks like there was fire up here. Now, I don't know where that fire would have come from. One of the guesses that I have is, what if our fuel tank is leaking? Now, I did think about that when I was buying the boat, and actually I thought about it because I saw one of the other YouTube channels where the guy was replacing the fuel tank because it leaked on him, and in fact it was located in the similar spot, and he had to take the center console off and cut it out. And I think actually that's what we're gonna have to do anyway to fix this leaning post and this soft spot situation, which kind of makes me think, okay, if we're gonna do that, maybe we should make the hole a little larger and see what's going on with this fuel tank, because maybe we need to replace it, because if it's leaking, that's something else. Now, obviously, before I do that, I would pressure test the fuel tank just to make sure that it's actually letting the air out of it, the fuel, whatever, out of it. I haven't even looked at the fuel tank. Who knows, maybe they just had a cable pop off and flood and burst into fire. It could have been that, okay? So that's where we're at, okay? Meanwhile, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this leaning post off. I want to take the leaning post off, And the other thing I really do want to take off is I do want to take the center console off, because I think the way it works is you can see they got screws on the side, which I believe those screws on the side are holding the center console to this insert. I believe, and you can see sort of there's a hole in the corner that somebody cut out to run the wires and whatnot. I think if we take the center console off and then take that insert off, we're actually going to have pretty good access to the bottom, because one of the other things that I want to see is how is this boat actually constructed. Is there foam in there? Is there spray foam? Is it closed cell? Because a lot of people are saying these boats run wet. I'm wondering, is it just because of the is it the weight issue? Is it the angles issue of the transom? Where is this coming from, and can it be fixed? If it's too light, can we add a little something in the front to make it a little sit a little heavier, sit more down, and not jump around as much? I could be completely wrong. I'm just sort of guessing here. I'll either talk to an engineer, or I just want to look. I just want to see. Okay, I just want to see. Come on, you can let me see. You're not going to be upset about it. You probably want to see. I bet you have never seen it, so okay, let's look together. Good. Okay. Ugh. All right, I took the leaning post off. Listen to this. Crunchy. Okay, well, good thing we're taking it off, huh? We're also gonna take this thing off. Okay. Three more on each side, and I think we're gonna be good. All right. I am curious if there are wooden stringers in here. Maybe covered in fiberglass, but still, are they wood in the middle? Alright, we're gonna save this. We're gonna put it aside. And we will save it. But man, is this bad. Alright. Hey everybody. Okay. So I wanted to recap what we've done, because it was a little all over the place, but the more we dug into each section, the more we found that we needed to dig even further. So I think I'm going to end this video here after this explanation, because it seems that when the fire affected the bilge in the back, but I don't think it destroyed anything other than a couple of cables. Not a big deal. It was either a malfunction with the engines, or there was some kind of other issue, but I don't see major damage. When we removed, as you saw, we removed the leaning post, but it just, everything is really soft under it, which is a little crazy. What I think is, rather than cleaning the boat right now, and I wasn't planning on doing it so quickly, but I think we need to get the center console off. We need to get the T-top off. We need to get that pan underneath the center console off, and really look at the bottom beneath the center console. And then we need to cut out the space where the fuel tanks are. Take a look in the fuel tank, see if there's any fuel inside, pump it out if there is, and just evaluate the condition of the boat, because I think that will be the best option. I think we need to rip everything out, then do a really deep clean, lay fiberglass in order to support the bilge, in order to fix the bilge if we have to. If there are any stringers, if there's any plywood or anything else in there, we need to evaluate it. We need to close it all up, put the T-top back on, or maybe, well, probably before we put the T-top back on, we probably should paint and fix everything else at the top. But first step, get everything off. So let's do that. We're gonna do that tomorrow, and I will do my best to release a video in a day or two. And let me know whether you prefer to have a 20-minute videos, or whether you'd rather have a longer video that sort of goes through a bigger project and actually gets a finish on that big project. So we would pick one item that we would do, and we would go from the beginning to the very end, and try to finish it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, if you like the videos, if you want to see more content, you don't have to, but it'd be nice if you'd subscribe. We're just starting out. We're not monetizing yet. We're just trying to build up our audience. We want to have the people who love working on the boat. So if you like the content, let me know. Let me hear from you what you like, what you don't like. Is it too long? Is it too short? Is it boring? Let me know. I'm okay with it. Thanks. See you soon.